Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old growler, and this is Meeting Expectations Special Edition. Once again, we're guests of Master Sommelier Fred Dex. Fred, introduce yourself.
Thank you, old growler. My neighbor, Pete LaFrance. I'm Fred Dex, aka the Juice Man. I'm a beer lover, but I'm paid to drink wine. And I always love when you come over to my humble abode here in Brooklyn on a great Friday afternoon. And we're gonna taste one of the classics of the West Coast IPAs, and I'm excited to taste this with you and see if it does meet expectations.
Okay, and what he's talking about is the famous Stone IPA. There it is. Okay, pick this up at the Beer Barrel, which is a local beer store. It is $2.79 a can. And it's an iconic, they're proud of it, the iconic West Coast style IPA, 6.9% alcohol by volume. And they tell us that a gargoyle, gargoyles are historically known as protectors against evil spirits. Since the beginning, our stone gargoyle has represented our ceaseless quest to create a most awesome beer imaginable. Think of the gargoyle as a big friend that's got your back. Ever vigilant, ever watchful, and ever your humble servant. They've got that cast in stone, it looks like.
Well, the labels that we've had in some of the previous episodes have much more crazy stories than
that.
This. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Is there anything else here? Oh, well, hey, it's vegan. There you go, that's the seller point. And it's independent, the Brewers Association says that it's an independent craft brewery. And that is about it. But again, I don't know about you, but I've tasted this before many moons ago. I'm expecting a hop fest.
Yeah.
Both in the aroma and in the flavors.
Well, it's almost like maybe different from your generation, but there was the East Coast, West Coast rap wars, between Biggie and Tupac. And it was like the West Coast IPAs came out, and that's Tupac. And then the East Coast was Biggie. So now you have the New England IPAs and these East Coast IPAs versus the
West
sort
Coast.
of OG of the IPA, which is the West Coast. And I think they are very different styles. But yeah, it'll be fun for you to check this out again.
Absolutely. Well, crack it open and see if it's going to meet the expectations. A very hoppy beer, a West Coast style. And if this is the first time you've come across this channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. And for those of you who have been here before, welcome back. Oh, now there's a nice head.
Yeah, see, when you're pouring the beer, I always pour tilting, and then I try to work that head, and that looks beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now this is an IPA, so it should be at cellar temperature. Let's take a look and see if it is. Temperature does affect the way beers taste. The warmer it is, the more flavors that you might get out of it. And this is just about 56 degrees, so it's a little bit warm, but not that much warmer.
Yeah, it feels cool in the glass.
Yeah.
Put your hand here, it's still got a nice chill to it.
Ah, now that's the way. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, the color is right. Let's get to the first nosedive. Oh yeah.
What's interesting here is there's spices.
Yes.
There's some spice aromas here, some sort of, maybe not nutmeggy, but like there's spice, beyond all the hoppy IPA, citrus, passion fruit, tropical things. To me, there's like a little bit of spices that are here.
Almost like a 5-spice.
Yeah, but it's not like intentionally from some of the beers we've had in the past where they're adding different types of spice and chocolate and coffee and this, but
This is a hop aroma.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so it's definitely whatever hop they're using there.
Okay, the first sip.
Wow. It's very interesting to taste this out of this glass too.
Yeah.
I normally will have Stone out of the can or out of the 12-ounce bottle or draft. If I'm somewhere where I see Stone on draft, it's sort of like that one. I'll have that because I know the expectation of this beer.
You know, it seems to me that I would call this what I would call a 5-second beer. And by that I mean it's a beer that after you've tasted it, after you've swallowed, after you've had a little bit of resonations in the nasal passages, and you wait a little bit, and you wait a little bit, and then all of a sudden you say, that's what it is. That's where it takes 5 seconds. It's not that you're not recognizing it,
Yep.
but it takes to fully develop. It takes a full 5 seconds to really round out.
Well, there's, you have a couple different places on your tongue. You have the front, which is the attack, and then you have sort of this what we call mid palate, which is the middle, and then you have the finish, and in your tongue, the attack registers sort of sweet aromas, the sides and the middle sort of, they sense more sour and acidic notes, more citrus. The back is where all the bitterness happens. So this is where all the IBUs will hit you in the back of your tongue, because that's where your tongue reads bitterness. And this beer does that. It's sort of, it's like dun, 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 boom. And it hits you on the back of the tongue, and that's where that's what I expect from a West Coast IPA. That, like, and for some it might be a little too much, but I mean, I find myself drinking Stone quite often.
It's a really full experience to do that type of to experience that type of flavor, when not many beers will do that. Stay around that long to develop their full flavor.
Yeah, and again, we were talking about Sierra Nevada earlier, but Stone, sort of is on the heels of Sierra Nevada. They were sort of the second generation of California, and they created this sort of West Coast style, or one of the progenitors of it. And I drink Stone quite often. If I'm at an airport, or if I'm somewhere, traveling somewhere. Now that we can travel again, if I see Stone in an airport bar, I'm having that before I get on the plane. And even in just a regular old bar that's not a beer bar, that maybe has one or two really interesting drafts for guys like us. If they have Stone, I'm in.
That's it.
So
well, I would say that Stone IPA certainly does meet expectations.
absolutely,
Cheers.
we proved it here.
Yep. I'm the old growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.